Brakence has gripped the masses like no other. From his hyperpop roots with a bombastic and bold production style, to his modern form on the beautiful Hypochondriac, he has been at the utmost of experimental production while telling a story through each of his projects, creating some really damn good music. He has changed each genre he's come across, and in this video, I attempt to tackle how his sound has impacted the world of hyperpop and anti-pop. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the No Skip Show. I'm your host, Travis Platt, and today we're taking a look at Brakence and how his sound has impacted every single genre that he has been a part of. Make sure to give this video a like, comment below your favorite Brakence song, and make sure to subscribe and smack the notification bell to keep the record spinning. We've been super busy on this channel, uploading short-form content every single day, and long-form content every single Monday and Thursday. So make sure to follow me on all social medias to keep up to date. The links will be in the description below. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Brakence has made many different changes throughout his career. Even in his earliest stages as a teenager, Brakence has shown promise. Coming out of the emo rap scene with a similar fan base to alternative emo rap artists like Guardin,
I think I'd be better off alone without you.
93 Feet of Smoke, and Fatsé.
I don't like it, repress all my emotion, put my doubt right in a trash can.
But with influences vocally from the likes of anti-pop stars EDEN and MASN,
Swing like Sinatra, singing like I can't stop, 'cause I can never rock like a rolling stone.
Brakence blended those styles together with his own unique production and flow, as he discussed his strive for success in firstgo.
Talking about release days, dominate my end goals. Yeah, I know I can do it, just gotta put it out.
And the loss of a relationship in trying.
No, I'm trying, but I face you out.
Even through his first projects and tracks, he was able to blend multiple genres, styles, and scenes all into one before outgrowing them with his upcoming breakthrough project. In 2020, Brakence released Punk 2, which was my album of the year that year. Fun fact, one of my biggest videos to date is discussing the entirety of Punk 2, breaking it down, talking about the lyrical themes, and the fluency of the project. There will be a card on the screen right now that is a link to the video. Check it out, and it will also be in the description below. But to sum it up, Punk 2 is a very fluent album detailing the inner demons of Brakence and his struggle with taking care of himself after the loss of a relationship. Going over the process of grieving that loss and knowing that you want to take time for yourself, but craving intimacy and validation seeps in, even though you know you messed up things in the end. Sonically, this album was much more hyperpop leaning, being attributed to what many know as the second wave of hyperpop that rose to prominence in the early 2020s, specifically during the COVID-19 pandemic. This involved young musicians experimenting with complex sounds and instrumentals, taken to the forefront by artists such as Glaive, Eric DOA, Midwest, Quinn,
I live inside my head, that's not a great thing, but it's keeping me alive. So I got eyes on the back of my head, I can see.
and Alden.
I got my way, but I'm so tense, and I woke up and my face covered in grits.
Who all collaborated with each other and influenced each other's sounds. But to me, Brakence always had a step above all of the others. It's this punk-style aggression that he had, no pun intended. There were moments where his aggression influenced songs like Prozac,
Prozac made me fuck my high school crush in the back of this shit, oh man, where the war.
FWB,
Try and catch me inside of loose ends, try and catch me inside of loose ends.
and Ginger T, where he wasn't afraid to go off tempo to deliver his thoughts and emotions. There was even build-up in tracks like Dropout,
I don't know what's gotten into me. Ever since I stopped pretending it was history.
Rosier, and Boy that delivered huge emotional moments at the end.
Fuck boy tryna play my homie. For 2020, I'ma take time.
It was such a different approach to hyperpop at the time, where the main focus was that the hook had the most energy in a rapid instrumental. There was also an influence of Midwest Emo with the guitar work and song structure, a style merger that was so ahead of its time, and as of recording still is, especially with this being around the time of the infancy of the fifth wave emo movement, which I do controversially consider Brakence to be a part of. Fifth wave emo is about breaking down the conformations of emo music and bringing influence from outside genres, which Brakence does by combining hyperpop and anti-pop with Midwest emo. You may not like it, but it is the truth. In 2022, Brakence released one of the greatest albums of the 2020s so far, Hypochondriac, with an experimental anti-pop album, combining even more influences and styles. It tells the story of the ego and pretty much how the boy in him took over. Braggadocious tracks like Venus Flytrap,
Ask me 3 chords and she all over me nasty. She got me smothered, caught me bugging last.
and CBD
I don't care, cause no one cares for me except me.
have this very slick and suave hook in production, trying to mask the imperfections and flaws that Brakence has yet to handle that were voiced on his previous work. And throughout the second half of this album, those feelings became outwardly expressed, most prominently in Deepfake,
No, I'm not even telling my close friends. You can't fix me now, I'm too broken.
Teeth, and Intellectual Greed, with a final cry for help on Introvert and the title track. The production on this album is magnificent, and through the genre blending of elements of anti-pop, Midwest emo, art pop at some points, and electronic music, hyperpop seems to have taken a backseat for the most part, at least in comparison to punk 2, which makes sense as the artists from the second wave of hyperpop have grown out of the genre as their teenage years ended, growing into other genres. Slave went into this folk emo pop direction,
But what the fuck just happened? I fell apart and I tried to play like 1,000.
Midwest has gone more in a rap direction, collaborating with the likes of Denzel Curry, Son Holo, and Babytron.
Might do a show and then say fuck it and pop out and rally. I can't follow that bitch, she a lame. She be talking too much, she's too rowdy.
Midwest being the biggest of his peers in terms of streaming numbers. But out of this group, Brakence seems to have fully bloomed and combined his influences to magnify them tenfold, especially in the Midwest emo territory, having intricate guitars similar to the likes of Tiny Moving Parts,
Made this drum and feel everything. Another minute passed.
and Origami Angel. With this new blend of sounds, Brakence has grown past the hyperpop scene that he helped establish, and has influenced his own subgenre, including upcoming artists like Braden Ross,
The conversation can only keep it together in moderation. Blanks twice, a combination.
Rory 404,
Too many plugs, I'm smoking gas in different countries. You go hit your plug, I'm saying shit like, can you find me? Try to watch your wife.
Kennedy XOXO,
Be somebody. I just wish that I could be somebody else. Be somebody else.
and Judah.
You saw me grow up. I thought it would take more time.
While also paving the way for crossovers like Glaive and Origami Angel touring together, and bands like Glass Beach and 100 Gex,
Saturday, grab my hands and run away into the abyss.
having crossover success with both Midwest emo and the hyperpop scenes.
Better off if you just get over it. I'm going crazy.
This is far from over, as with music fans becoming more open-minded along with the artists, this gives artists more freedom to create a unique blend, with visionaries like Brakence being at the forefront of that. Hyperpop will never be the same again because of Brakence, and that is because he set the bar so high. No longer is it kids relying on auto-tune and type beats to create a song with a catchy hook. Now it's tens of dozens of layers, years of time, and carefully crafted tracks that flow together and keep you on your toes. Which in my opinion brings back the excitement that Hyperpop gave me back in 2019 to 2021. In my first video, I discussed him being the future of pop music, and now he is much more than that, being a genre-fluid artist who is not afraid to mix anything and everything for the sake of his art and expressing his emotions and his story. He has proven himself as a musical intellectual in terms of complex genre-bending instrumentals and unbelievably catchy yet often emotionally invoking vocals. But more importantly, Brakence has flipped the script of hyperpop and changed the perception of it with the release of his 2022 album Hypochondriac. Once thought to be the future of pop music, Brakence has now cemented himself as being in a league of his own. What do you think of Brakence mixing all these genres together? Do you think it works? Do you think it doesn't work? What's your favorite song by him? Comment below. As always, make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment below, and smack the notification bell to keep the record spinning. Thanks for watching and happy listening.